Okay, Alex here once again, and this one I'm going to put out because this just came up yesterday. Uh, Today's March 12th, 2025, here in where I live in Oakland. Been on the news last night. They were talking about some smash and grab uh, incidents they had yesterday. It would have been early Tuesday morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, I believe it was. But they had four cases. Three of them were at Chevron stations owned by the same group. And one was a different Chevron station, a different owner. And so that's four Chevron stations here in Oakland that were hit with a stolen car, backs into the store. They steal things, and like evidently they were obviously stealing things and trying to get, at least in one case, to the safe. So it's a huge problem, right? We have an issue here, obviously, and you've got a stolen car. It's the same. It was the same people. It looked like the same group did the same MO, four different locations. Okay, that's a problem. In addition to that, you have a policy in Oakland that the police are not allowed to chase the suspects if it's just crime. If it's just property crime, they're not allowed to chase the subjects as they're driving away. They're not allowed. So they're showing the footage, and I'll put a link in here. They're showing the footage of police pulling up as these people are just driving away. And the cop pulls up, but doesn't follow them. He just stays there at the smashed gas station to, I guess, make sure there's no additional looting or to take a report. But it's the policy of the Oakland Police Department not to chase the subjects. Now, they're saying there's all kinds of statistics about, hey, it's far worse if you chase them because people could get hurt, accidents, that sort of thing. That makes sense too. But here's my point. And this again, in context to advice to self. And I got this years back, and there was a book I read called Positive Parenting. And one of the points there is what you tolerate is what you should expect. What you tolerate is what you should expect. So if you understand human nature, understand how people are wired, they're going to do the lowest common thing that they can that's going to satisfy their needs, even if it's going to harm somebody else. It's just human nature. It's human nature. We find a path of least resistance. So in parenting your kids, what you tolerate is what you should expect. If I tolerate for my kids to talk back to me, if I tolerate for my kids to have an unkept room, if I tolerate for my kids to be late to school, not do their homework, not get good grades, if I tolerate all that, then I should expect it. Well, it's the same here with our law enforcement and our citizens. If you tolerate it, you should expect it. Now, I would imagine for these criminals, they know full well the cops aren't going to chase us. They're not going to chase us. Property crime. As long as there's no evidence of a violent crime, a weapon, then they're not going to chase us. So we get away. Stolen car, they're masked up, gloved up. Who's going to catch them? So what's the deterrent? Where's the deterrent? What you tolerate is what you should expect. So for the Oakland Police Department, I'm saying, yes, I get the fact that you're saying, hey, we don't want to chase, we don't want to cause additional harm and all that. But we need effective policing. And in my opinion, that policy to say, we're not going to chase criminals when it's just a property crime, because there could be an accident. There could be these issues. That is not logical. I get what you're saying, but I think in the big picture, what you're showing is that you will tolerate that sort of behavior. That's in essence what they're pulling from that situation. And then they know I could come to Oakland, do my dirt, because they're not going to chase me. They're not going to chase me. So we should just expect more of that poor behavior. We need to change that policy. Oakland PD, we need to change that policy. understand human nature, understand they need consequences, and you got to chase them. You got to catch them. You have to catch them. That's the point. We can do better.